Hello and good evening. My condolences to the family.
Good evening, everyone. I think it's too loud. It's too loud. Yes.
Okay, let me go there.
It's too loud. Thank you. Hello? Can you hear me in the back? Okay. Good evening, everyone. We are here to celebrate the life and times of Bakari Fox Jemmott. I'm Dr. Judy Newton-Baxt. We are related, so I am family, and this evening I will share the podium with cousin Renesia Boyce and family friend Wendy Lawrence. God of all comfort and hope, we come together today from different walks of life, united in our love for Bakari and our shared experience of loss. We thank you for the gift of his life and for the unique ways he touched each of our hearts. Bakari taught us about friendship, showed us what true strength is, and left us with precious memories that will sustain us in the days ahead as we gather to remember and celebrate. We ask for your presence among us. Console those who are grieving most deeply. Give us strength to support one another. Help us find comfort in the love we shared and hope in the promise that love never truly dies. May this service honor Bakari's memory and bring peace to all who loved him. We offer this prayer with grateful hearts. Amen. Did I hear an amen? I will proceed to read Bakari's obituary. Bakari Jemmott, affectionately known as Fox, was a warm-hearted, kind, and free-spirited individual. He was cherished as a son, nephew, brother, cousin, uncle, great-uncle, and a loyal friend to many people. Bakari Fox Jemmott passed away on March 28, 2026. Surrounded by his loving family, he faced his battle with cancer with remarkable courage and grace, demonstrating strength and resilience until the very end. Born on October 10th of 1979 in Barbados, West Indies, he was the son of Judy Patricia Haynes and Tito Jemmott. Bakari Jemmott lived a life filled with passion, talent, and resilience. Bakari moved back to Barbados when he was just 7 years old. During that time, he lived with the ocean right at his doorstep. He spent his days fishing with his dad, learning to surf, driving speedboats, sailing, fishing, and fishing on boats. When Bakari was 11, he drove cars, rode bikes with his cousins, doing flips off cliffs into the water, caring for his goats, and traveling to St. George in the countryside to visit his grandmother. Memories that remain close to his heart throughout his life. It was here that he truly began to thrive. This is where his free-spirited and easygoing nature and many passions developed. Even as a child, Bakari showed remarkable independence and intelligence. By the age of 11, he had already, as I said before, learned how to drive a stick shift car. He didn't know how to drive. He understood how cars worked. On one memorable occasion, while his aunt and uncle were visiting the island, their car broke down. Bakari confidently stepped in, lifted the hood, and figured out what needed to be done to get it running again. This moment reflected the natural skill, curiosity, and determination that defined him. At approximately 14 years old, Bakari returned to Brooklyn, New York, where he continued his education at Grady High School. During this time, he began expressing his love for music even further by working as a DJ, bringing joy and energy to birthday parties and gatherings on weekends. As he grew older, Bakari became a hard-working and dedicated individual. He worked various jobs, including with Project Runway as a stage hand, Gino's Construction in Long Island, and at a convenience store in Newkirk Plaza. He also took on side jobs painting apartments and worked with Uber, always finding ways to stay busy and provide. One of Bakari's greatest passions was working on cars. He took pride in his skills and later worked at a auto body shop in Coney Island, Brooklyn. There he was able to further develop his craft and even worked on his own BMW, transforming and detailing it with care and dedication. Bakari will be remembered for his talents, his drive, and the love he shared with those around him. His presence, his energy, and his spirit will forever live on in the hearts of his family and loved ones. That's the end of Bakari's obituary. At this time, I would like to invite family friend Wendy Lawrence to the podium for her testimony.
I'm sure. Family, we're gathered here today for the same reason. From different directions, races, religious beliefs, and cultures for the same purpose. In the same mindset, feeling the same emotions. Today I'm going to speak to you about how significant memories are and the importance of family. Bakari left us with several magnificent gifts. He gave us numerous special moments, experiences, and jokes that we'll be able to look back on. Memories sometimes you'll never know the true value of memories until we come here. Memories are timeless, and we all have lots of memories from Bakari. We're going to remember his sense of humor, the way he challenged us to do better, and how special he was as a person. Bakari made each and every moment count because he inspired others by his integrity, and he was just more than a friend and a companion and a son and a brother and an uncle. He was sincere. He was resilient, and he was unparalleled loyal. A memory is like a penny in your pocket. You can take it anywhere with you. Memories are a part of who we are. You grow with memories, and you can hold memories close to you. You can find comfort in them. Some memories will bring tears to your eyes and sadness to your hearts. Grief and memories go hand in hand. And we have the ability to have multiple memories of the same person. Sometimes you're going to feel lost. You're going to miss him. And there's no denying that. But that's natural. It is a part of life in general. It's going to take as long as it's going to take for you to get over this moment. But what you do is, you pause. You take a second, you press the reset button, and then you're going to realize that you're going to find comfort and strength in those memories. Because grief never ends, but it does change. Even though Bakari is gone, his love for everyone will remain the same in our hearts. We can find joy in knowing that he's in our lives, that we were loved by him and we were able to love him as well. You can find solace in that within yourselves. We can also ask ourselves, what would Bakari want us to do right now? which is definitely Bakari. You all gotta admit, that's definitely Bakari. Bakari knew the importance of time. And he would want us to utilize our time to the fullest. He enjoyed his time. We know Bakari enjoyed his time. He knew that time was valuable, and he believed that time waited for no man, and the next second isn't guaranteed. Sometimes you meet people you forget, and sometimes you forget people that you've met. Bakari was not one of those individuals. His presence was strong, and he was undeniably unforgettable. Once you knew him, you knew him. Exactly what you've seen is exactly what you got. There was no ifs, there was no ands, there was no buts about it. Bakari was Bakari. We should all consider ourselves emotionally rich because memories are treasures. And I know that Bakari did bless some of us extensively with memories on top of memories on top of memories. With every memory of Bakari that we have, we'll find that we could keep a piece of him within us. Bakari would have wanted us to continue onward, to live our lives to the fullest, and to not dwell on the negatives, but striving on the positives. Not to settle for anything less than we deserve, not to compromise ourselves, our beliefs, and our principles, because Bakari never did that. It just was what it was. Okay, so trying to make this short so everyone has a moment to speak. Bakari, most of all, would have not wanted us to give up on our faith in family. It's times like this that we need to lean on each other, stop focusing on the whys, because we're never going to know the reason why. We're not going to know the answers. And we can't change what has already happened. What's done is done. And even though he's not here with us physically, we know that he's still a part of our family. So I'm going to read this word for word because this part, I do not want to mess this part up. It says, family is not just an important thing. Family is everything. Family is where life begins and love never ends. The love of a family is life's greatest blessing. Family means no one gets forgotten or left behind. Bakari You were more than just someone special to us. You were everything. Your life began with us, and our love for you will never end. You definitely were a part of our family's blessings, and even though we have to move on without you physically, daily in our lives, you'll never be forgotten. You can never be left behind. Your future nieces, nephews, cousins, I don't think Judy having no more babies, but will always know of your existence simply because no matter what the circumstances, you will always be family. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. At this time, the testimonials will continue, and I am going to continue reading. To my son, you were my child, my pride and joy. From the moment you came into this world, you filled my life with purpose and love. You were kind, gentle, and strong. Even in your hardest moments, you didn't complain. You carried yourself with quiet strength, and that is something I will always admire about you. Everything you poured into this world, your love, your wisdom, your presence, lives on through all of us. Through your family, your friends, and everyone whose life you touch, you will never be forgotten. I will always be proud of you. Your strength and your courage will never be forgotten. You will live on in our hearts forever. I will miss you every single day. I will miss your voice, your presence, your smile, just you. But I find comfort in knowing that your love will always surround me. Rest peacefully, my son. You will forever live in my heart. Love, Mom. Dear nephew, it's with a heavy heart I write these words, especially since you were my only nephew. There are so many great things about you that I will remember. I will always remember your protective spirit and infectious laugh, the way you gave the world honesty and integrity, the way you stood on your principles and personal beliefs. One of my fondest memories of you will always be our last conversation. You spoke to me about the importance of family. You said we all need to unite and be one with such passion and conviction. You weren't thinking about yourself nor feeling any self-pity. Bakari, your main concern was the people you loved and knew you were getting ready to leave behind. Death was not in Jehovah's original plan. Therefore, we find it extremely difficult to accept. However, the two things we can find some comfort in are our cherished memories and the gracious blessing of Jehovah's resurrection. We sincerely believe in the hope of one day seeing you again. Until that day arrives, We will always remember your presence in our hearts and lives. You will forever be missed. Know that I love you dearly, and you will remain my Bakari. With love from Auntie Audrey. At this time, I would like to invite cousin Renicia Boyce to the lectern to continue the salutations.
Hi everyone. So the first one starts, Dear Big Brother. Thank you for being such an amazing big brother, always there for your sisters and for our whole family. I remember when you used to DJ at different parties, and even though I wasn't old enough to go, somehow you still found a way to get me and my cousin in. I'll never forget that. I still laugh when you told me I was trying to act like your big sister, but I'm the youngest. Words can't express how much I'm going to miss you, my big brother. Thank you for always being there when I needed you, and even for the times I didn't realize you were helping me. That means more than I can ever say. I love you so much. Always, Rashida. What we once enjoyed and deeply loved, we can never lose. For all that we love deeply becomes part of us. Helen Keller. Bakari. All I keep thinking is, I hope you knew and felt how deeply you were loved. You were stronger than most people will ever know. You faced everything you did with such strength and courage and never complained. I admired you more than I ever put into words. I'm so proud to call you my brother. Love you always, Nataki. I'll always remember from young seeing Uncle Fox in the plaza. And every time I'd say, let me get $1, he'd be like, I don't have it. And in the same moment, reaching into his pocket for whatever he had to give, or he'd say, pick up anything you want, it's on me. I'm forever grateful for those moments. When I think of you, I hear reggae playing. That calm, soulful vibe, that was you. Your spirit was like the music you loved, steady, warm, full of life, and something you could feel without even trying. I know you're somewhere right now, the sweetest reggae is playing, and you're finally at peace, no pain, just pure rest. You weren't just my uncle, you were my Uncle Fox. Someone who meant so much to me, someone I could feel love from without it always needing to be said. Your presence, your energy, it's something I'll carry with me forever. Love, Stacy and Sayer. I'm gonna come back, but right now I'm gonna transfer it and she's gonna take over and I'll come back. Hi, I'm back again. Dear brother, I will always remember you. Your strength, your sense of right and wrong, and the way you fiercely protected the people you loved will stay with me forever. You never hesitated to stand up for your family, no matter what, even if it meant literally throwing people to the curb. And that meant everything. I will always love you, Akua. Bakari, my dear sweet cousin, you have no idea how much I will miss you. Losing you has had such a tremendous impact on our entire family. There's a gigantic void where you used to be. Everything about you had meaning and presence. You were brave in situations where others would have been fearful. Your affection for our family was immeasurable. There was no limit to the kindness you've shown to me throughout the years. You were amazingly gracious and humble. I always knew how reliable you were. Your sense of humor was incredible. I never once doubted your dependability. I always believed that you would have been here. I will treasure all of the laughs, jokes, and funny moments we shared. Those will always be mine. The same way you will always be my dear sweet cousin, whom I will miss so much. Cousins forever, Terry Ann. One thing about my cousin, he would always start with, Renicia, you good? in the most fluent Brooklyn Bajan accent you ever heard. These moments seem bigger and more important now more than ever. Make the most of time and make sure you're truly good. You are forever loved cousin, Renicia. Bakari, I will always remember you as the respectful, kind, and gentle soul you were. Even in your quietness, your presence filled every room you entered, and your smile warmed the hearts of everyone around you. You loved with humility, affection, and devotion. Family meant everything to you, and you showed that in the way you cared for them. I will miss you dearly. May you rest in peace, Jamila. You're not here and deeply missed. Warm memories, good times, and smiles will remain. Gone to rest till we meet again, Debbie. Still here, okay. You cannot see brotherhood, neither can you hear it nor taste it, but you can feel it 100 times a day. It is the pat on the back when things look gloomy. It is the smile of encouragement when the way seems hard. It is the helping hand when the burden becomes unbearable. Peter E. Terzic. Okay, I'm gonna leave this time for real.
Bakari is survived by his loving mother, Judy Haynes, his sisters, Akua Jemmott Smithick, Kamara Jemmott, Nadaki Jemmott, and Rashida Jemmott, his aunts, Audrey Haynes Gooden and Coralie Haynes, his uncles, Andrew Haynes and Tom Gooden, his nephews, Jaleel Jemmott, Najee Jemmott, Jalen Jemmott Cox, Amir DeBrose. What was that? And Kingston DeBrose, his nieces, Sade Jemmott, Stacy Jemmott, Felicite DeBrose, Kanika DeBrose, Selena DeBrose, and more. His grandnieces, nephews, Jacina Lawrence, Aria Jemmott, and Sayer Springer. Cousins include Amy Paris, Terrian Paris, Zachary Gooden, Leslie Boyce, Deborah Lashley, and Renicia Boyce, along with the nurse, Amy, Lashley, and Mayer's families, and a host of other relatives and loved ones. The family would like to extend their heartfelt gratitude for the outpouring of love, prayers, support, calls, messages, and visits during this difficult time. Your kindness has brought comfort and strength to our family. Now we shall say the Lord's Prayer. The Lord is my shepherd. You can join me. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. That's Psalm 23:4. Before I close, I would like to give anyone the opportunity to address the audience with a few words. Don't be bashful. Just say how you feel about Bakari, please. Let him know, let his soul know that he has friends and supporters. Okay, come on up. Hi, just say your name.
My name is Michelle Payne, and I met Bakari through his sister, and also just seeing him in the plaza, going to work. And we developed a friendship. He would take care of my car. He introduced me to mechanics when it was something that he couldn't do. And just his smile heading off to work in the morning, it was a reminder of home. And when I read in the obituary the fact that he learned how to surf and fish, I grew up in Barbados also. That was a fun time. And I guess we shared a camaraderie in terms of just knowing, hey, there's some heritage and culture there. But most important, what struck me about Bakari was the notion of a sense of compassion, caring for my nephew, asking how is he doing, commenting when he saw him return from college. He's a big man now, Michelle. It's incredible. And for me, talk about being a brother, he was one of those brothers that you have that is a universal brother. And you know that there are a whole host of sisters and brothers that Bakari had because of who he was and the love that he shared for humanity. I leave you with this. The measure of an individual is that contact they make with others. And he showed love to whoever. Bakari was the resident musician, philosopher, but humanitarian, because you felt warmth whenever you interacted with him. And I think that that's a special gift to share. I wish that he and my sister had gotten married, because he would have been an excellent brother-in-law. My sister is not here, and her husband is not here either, so I can dare say that. But he brought love into this world, and I will always remember his smile as I headed off to work, and he came to grab coffee in the plaza to head off to whatever job he was going to. So, Bakari Presente. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Don't be bashful. Come up, say something, anything. I love you, Bakari, anything.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chief, y'all. Me and Bakari, I call him Fox. We have many adventures together. You know, we drive around, ride bikes, go to parks and parties. But one thing I do remember about Bakari is that the most righteous and conscious brother that I know. Like, we can talk about any subject, and we will have like something that's meant for, something that was significant to say. That you will leave with like, oh, I didn't know that, I didn't know nothing about that, or you'll be touched or more informed about how the world is and how things work. And people see people pass every day and not really know like what type of person he is. And deep down inside, Fox was a good man at all times. Anywhere we went, people respect him and had love for him. And it's a great thing to see that everyone here that knew him, he touched y'all in a whole different way in life. So that's what I have to say, man. Thank you. Have a nice one.
Hello, Bakari. I miss Bakari is my cousin. He was the first boy in our family in our immediate family for a very long time. We spent many, many years in Barbados with our grandmother in the country and enjoying our childhood there with her. In our family, the girls used to have a saying that the boys were extra special to my grandmother and the ladies in our family. And that he was very special to us all, and especially to our gran and our mom and our aunt. It's very difficult for us. But our grandmother raised us to believe that Jehovah keeps us in his memories. And so I'm going to pray and remember that teaching that she gave us. And I look forward to seeing Bakari again in paradise. I look forward to a lot of our family members being reunited again. And I just want to thank you all for being here for my aunt and for my family.
Anyone else?
No, I never really knew my uncle like that. We're never really close because my mom and I moved out back in 2023, and I never really got to spend time with him as much as I did before. But I did know that my uncle was a very good man, and I miss him so much. I don't know what life would be like without him. I thank everyone for being there for him in his time of need, and I hope that you enjoyed as much time with him as I did. Thank you, everyone.
We still have time. We'll have one more testimony. I would personally like to thank those here at Harmony Funeral Home for their service. Thank you. Following this celebration, there's going to be a repast. And it's on the back of the book. It's going to be at Zuriah Event Hall, 1770 Nostrand Avenue, between Avenue D and Clarendon Road. Tomorrow, Saturday. We're not done yet. There's one more testimony. Tomorrow, Saturday, there'll be the burial. scheduled for 11:30 a.m. There's going to be a short viewing here from 9 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. at 2200 Clarendon Road. The procession will proceed to Rosedale Cemetery for burial at 11:30 a.m. and that's located at 792 East Edgar Road in Linden, New Jersey, 07036. Are we ready? Come on. Okay, here's another one. It's lovely.
From the time we were small, I always took care of my little brother. Even as children, we had a bond that could not be broken. I remember when he was around 3 years old. He terrorized me with a dog. He pulled the dog's tail and closed the door on me. The dog ended up biting me. Of course, I got him back. I blindfolded him, spun him around, and he ended up falling and bumping his head. Those were the kind of moments that made up our childhood, full of mischief, laughter, and love. Only we understood. Growing up, that bond never faded, no matter how much time passed or what we went through. I would always be his big sister, and he would always be my little brother. The role was never a burden. It was something I carried with pride and love and a deep sense of responsibility.
I'm sorry, Aunt. Yeah, be strong, okay?
Thank you, Jaden. One of the moments I hold closest to my heart were his words to me while he was in the hospital. You're my older sister. You have to take care of me. I'm your little brother. Those words were with me, and I did exactly that until the very end. I showed up. I stood by him. I loved him through everything. Being his big sister was one of the greatest roles I could have ever have in my life. I did the best I could with all the love I had, and I would do it all over again without hesitation. Though he's no longer here with me physically, our bond did not end. It lives on in my heart and in my memories and in every piece of love we shared. I will forever carry him with me. Rest peacefully, my little brother. I love you always.
One of the most important words I heard today was service. And that's what Bakari lived for. It's very important for all of us to engage in some kind of service. It's very important. There are organizations out there, such as maybe the Lions or the Girl Scouts, the Boy Scouts, and they are some reputable service organizations. And I would urge every one of you to please give a little to service, even if you pay someone a compliment about how well they look today, or you help someone up to the curb. Service comes in many forms, and that is very important. It was important to Bakari, and it is important to all of us. It lives on. That brings us to the conclusion of this celebration. Thank you, thank you, thank you.